a ball of weight 100 newtons which is attached to a string makes an angle of 30 degrees with the wall. What is the force developed in the string? Option A, 115 tension, B, 115 compression, C, 200 tension, and D, 200 compression.
So,
D, 200 compression. Please pause the video and start working on your own. Okay, Raviraj, start again.
so a ball is given which is attached to a string like this and which is resting on a wall. So this is your wall as you are framing of your question, and it makes an angle of 30 degrees with vertical wall. So this angle is 30 degrees and it is attached at center. So this is your ball, and they are asked what is the force which is developed in this string.
Okay.
So first of all we have to decide it whether it is tensile force or compressive force. So since it is ball, it is having its own weight, it will develop a tension in a string. So tension in a string is shown like this, and we have to draw a FBD, free body diagram of this particular ball. Free body diagram is nothing but a diagram which shows forces acting at a point. So we have to draw a forces which are acting at A point, let's say. So the free body diagram for A will be the weight component which is acting in downward direction. Second will be this tensile force, right? Let's say T, which makes an angle of, since this is 30, this will be 90, this will be 60 degrees. So 30, 60, 90, the addition will be 180. So this makes 60 degrees with horizontal. And the third force which is acting, which is the reaction which is developed at this point when ball is in contact with wall. So total reaction I will say it is as RA. So this is now your FBD.
You have already finished time, Raviraj. But if you take so much of time, then you eat up the time for the next question.
Yes, sir.
And then in an examination, when you have to solve that question, you have to be bit fast.
Yes.
You have to work much faster. Your thinking should be fast.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I will definitely try.
So now you are eaten up on the other side of the question. Just finish up fast.
Okay. So W is equal to 100 Newton, which is given. So W is equal to 100 Newton, and your RA is like this. So this is now framing of question according to Lemmy's theorem. So this can be solved by Lemmy's law,
Okay.
which says force divided by the angle between two other forces, right? And second is equal to, for example, if we have to apply Lemmy's theorem for this particular problem, W divided by sine of, since there are only three forces, so it can be applicable by Lemmy's theorem. So angle between these two forces is 60 degrees. So sine of 60 degrees is equal to T divided by sine of. If you are taking this force, angle between these two forces is important, so it is 90, equal to, if you are taking third force which is RA, the angle between these two forces is important. Since this is 60, this will be 30 and this will be 90. So 120 plus 90 will be the 120 plus 90 is 210, I think. Yes. Yeah. 210. So this is your sine rule. And once you write the equations, you can calculate the tension developed in the string since W is given. So W is, I think, 100 Newton and all the values are known. So you can calculate T. RA we don't know and we don't need. The reason is that they have only asked what is the tension developed in the string.
Okay.
So this part we don't need right now. So we have to calculate tension developed in the string. So W is known. So cross multiplication will give you the value of T, which I think sine 90 is equal to 1 and sine 60 is equal to 0.86. When you substitute all the values, the answer comes out to be 115 point something Newton. So I think the first option, that is 115 Newton
Yes.
in tension, is the correct answer.
Okay. So you had mentioned earlier that tension is the major part.
Yes.
So two options are already gone.
Yes, sir.
So option A and option C remains. Out of option A and C, A is the correct option, and you have shown all the calculations which are there.
So sometimes we have to go by the elimination process.
Correct.
So this time we have gone for elimination process. So
Okay.
eliminated two options right from beginning. Right?
Okay, that's very nice that you have tried to tell me as to how things are there. But remember, in examination, you have to prepare yourself much earlier and apply directly and instantly get to the result.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the options are there right in front of you and you can get on. Option A is the correct answer and it's 115 tension is the correct answer. We'll go to the next question.
Yes, sir.
Oh. What is the reaction developed on walls at points A and B when a ball of weight 100 newtons is placed between two walls? First wall making an angle of 60 degrees with the horizontal in clockwise direction. In clockwise direction. And the second wall making an angle of 30 degrees with the horizontal in the anti-clockwise direction. The options are A, 50 newtons and 86.60 newtons. B, 75 newtons and 150 newtons. C, 115 newtons and 200 newtons. Or D, none of these. Please pause the video. Okay, Raviraj, start.
So the angle of two walls.
You'll have to be quick because I
Yes,
think so
sir.
it's a very lengthy question.
So when the angle with respect to horizontal is 60 degrees with first wall, and second wall is, I think, making an angle of 30 degrees. Okay. So this is the ball which is placed in between these two walls, and they have asked what is the reaction developed at A, or A point. This is B point. So what is the reaction developed at R, at A, and what is the reaction developed at B? So that is the framing of question. So I have to just draw first the FBD, that is free body diagram for this ball. But before that, we have to calculate the angles, the angle of these forces. So if this is 60, this will be 30, and this will be 90. The angle with respect to vertical is, I think, 60 degrees. 60 degrees. So the whatever is the angle with respect to horizontal, that will be the angle with respect to vertical when it is acting in normal direction. And same is the condition, you can calculate it. The vertical angle comes out to be again 30 degrees. So when you draw the FBD of this particular figure at a junction, let's say at a center point, so it will be first force which is acting in downward direction will be its weight component. So weight of this ball is given as, so
I think so. Again, you have taken on the time. Okay, go ahead. Fast,
so
quick.
weight of the ball is given as 100 Newton, and the first reaction RA, which is acting in this direction, line of action of force, according to line of action of force, it is RA, and the second is RB. The angle R, the first angle will be, the angle with respect to vertical is 60, so angle with respect to horizontal will be 30. The angle with respect to vertical is 30, so angle with respect to horizontal will be 60. And then we have to apply the Lewis theorem. So Lewis theorem, according to Lewis theorem, RA divided by sine of angle between. So when you calculate RA, the angle between these two forces is important. So 90 plus 60 is 150 degrees is equal to W divided by, so W divided by sine of angle between these two. So 60 plus 30 is 90, total is 180, so sine of 90 degrees is equal to RB divided by sine of, when you are taking this force, the angle between these two is important. So 90 plus 30 is 120 degrees. So W is known, W is nothing but weight component, it is 100 Newton. First of all, we have to go for these ratios, that will give you the value of RA, and then we have to go for this second ratio, that will give you value as RB. So RA can be calculated as RA multiplied by sine of 90 is equal to 100 multiplied by sine of 150. So when you calculate it, it comes out to be 50. So 50 is RA. 50 Newton is RA. And RB, when you have to calculate RB, 100 multiplied by sine of 120 is equal to RB multiplied by sine of 90 degrees. So
Sine of 90 is 1.
yeah, sine of 90 is 1. So it comes out to be 86.60. So I think your first option, that is 50 Newton and 86.60, is the correct answer. So A is the answer for this particular question. So
Raviraj, again, your answer is perfectly right, but you have taken tremendous time.
yes, sir.
I think so we'll have to put it much faster and get on. Your answer is perfectly right. Option A, 50 m and 86.60 m. Raviraj, today we have discussed something related to Lemmy's theorem. But Raviraj, I don't understand. You started with parallelogram law, then you did something related to resolution of forces. This is the third one, Lemmy's theorem. Can you briefly, within 2 minutes, explain what's Lemmy's theorem?
The Lemmy's theorem is applicable when there are three concurrent forces.
Okay.
So if there are three concurrent forces, means forces passing through single point. For example, this is the first force F1, this is the second force F2, and this is the third force F3. The angle between them, let's say theta 1, second is theta 2, and third is theta 3. If this is a condition, and if you have to calculate the forces which are acting at a point, which are concurrent forces, let's say A is the point at which they are concurring, so they can be calculated by the Lemmy's theorem, which says the force divided by angle between other two forces, which is sine of theta 2, remain constant, that ratio remains constant. So when you have to take F2, the sine of angle between, rather than F2 you have to take F1 and F3.
So in between these two.
Yes, sir. So sine of theta 3 equal to F3 divided by, if you are taking this force, the angle between F1 and F2 is important. So sine of theta 1. So this ratio remains constant. That is nothing but your Lemmy's theorem. So it is also called as sine rule or Lemmy's theorem.
Okay.
And this is applicable only when there exist three
forces.
concurrent forces.
Okay.
So if we have to go for two concurrent forces, then law of parallelogram.
Law of parallelogram.
Three forces, then Lemmy's theorem. And more than three forces, then you have to go for resolution of the forces.
Okay, Raviraj, it's been very fine that you have tried to explain what these Lemmy's theorem is. In fact, it's sine rule, which is there. We might have studied in 10th and 12th.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the same sine rule, we are applying it over here. That's very nice. In fact, today, gentlemen, we have tried and studied Lemmy's theorem and how you apply it to different forces. With these Lemmy's theorems, you can resolve any other different, when you find three forces in a coplanar surface, you are able to resolve them much faster. Today, Raviraj has taken some time in solving these particular problems. The main intention was you have to understand what things are there. But you have always 2.5 minutes time from reading the question till answering that question. So try and solve all these problems within 2.5 minutes time. So happy learning. Bye. Thank you.